Guys, Tactical here, and today I just wanted to show you guys how I make my banners, and so that you guys can do it yourself if you want to. And I just want to show you like a simple, like how I do it, like a simple way of how I do it, like so you guys can do it at home or like on your own computers. So first, what I have is Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop, and I have my own template that I've made, like I've made, and so I'm going to show you how you make this banner, and so let's get into it. Okay guys, so in this video I'm going to show you how you make like my banners, but you just like without the 3D work, because the 3D work takes a long time, and it takes a long time. So you can download Blender and you can use that, or you can use Sim4D. And so what I use is I use Photoshop, and in Photoshop I have this template that I've made myself, and that I use for every single video. And yeah, so like what you first do, you just want to get the banner, the avatar that you have. So this is just the avatar that I have, and I'm just gonna show you how I make it like turn from like this into like a full banner. So let me so you first just drag it onto the Photoshop. It should just take a bit to load it on there. Let me just bring it up to the top. There we go. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to go to layer, you want to go layer style, and then you want to go to gradient overlay. So then with gradient overlay, it makes this so you can shade it kind of nicely. So you turn it to style to you take blend mode, you turn to overlay, and then you can like show where you want it from. There we go. So then you can turn on the opacity, so you can like make it the way you want it. Yeah, that's what. And so after you do that, you just leave it like that. Then you can rasterize that. Let me make a new copy, open it, turn off the effects, done. Then let me just do that. Then let me take this, do filter gallery. I'm just gonna set up the lines. These lines. So what you want to do with this sets up like these line thing. What it adds is like these depth lines, so it makes it look more like depth and pretty cool. You can change this around. I keep it like 5.285. I like that, but you can customize it. You can just find what works best for you. Click OK. Then you'll get this on top. So what I do, I change opacity to about 20. Enter. Then there. So now you can tell the difference, right? But then it actually darkens it, right? So what you want to do is you want to turn it normal to linear dodge add, and that shouldn't change the color, right? Like it too much. So you get the outline. So if you look closely right here, it makes this outline, so it looks like it's kind of like glowing, but it's actually it's a really good effect that I always add it for my things. So what I do also, make a new layer. I go to here. I use the selecting tool. So I select the color. I go and select, for example, like this color. Let me select. What should I select? This color. Let's go and use a paintbrush. Turn the opacity to be full and size it down. Let's do small. Okay, there. So I'm gonna make this eye glow. Oh crap. So you go here. Then I am going to make this eye glow. This is too small. There we go. Still too small. Okay, so just do something like that. Oh wait, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do it on this eye, and then I'm gonna select black and do it on this eye, the same thing, right? So it's glowing kind of, and I might add a bit of like the bit of it in the center, so it just looks cool, like glowing. And then you want to select like maybe like these things, maybe color over it a bit, like that. Like just like I don't know. You don't have to be that accurate. Just go a bit over it. Like if you make a small mistake, you can always go over it. You can always like undo. I think I'm gonna select this part. There we go. Just select your colors, and you can make like this glowing part. So then you turn the opacity down. So the eyes are a bit, I don't know, I don't really like the eyes, so I'm gonna change the eyes a bit, but yeah, I'm just gonna change the eyes. Let me just go like this. Turn those things. So you just have to edit it. You have to think. Oh, okay, there we go. So now I'm just gonna color in here so that it can, I don't know, you can always zoom in. That's one thing I always learned, that zooming in you can get really accurate things, and it can look really cool. And I'm gonna turn down the opacity actually on the brush, and so I can get like this, so I can get like go over this a bit, so it doesn't look too weird. Yeah, that looks cool. Well, actually, I think if I add a little black on top of this, it should look not too bad. I'm actually gonna turn up the opacity on this. Just do this nicely. You always have to just keep playing around with it, seeing like, does that look good? Does this look good? Right? Just always just do that, because that always helps. So I think I like that. Yeah. So then after you merge those layers together, and now it's time for the sizing. So you can like size. So I'm not gonna size it down first. I'm just gonna keep it around that. Put it back to here, and so then we have it there, right? So you can go to Safari, and you can find all kinds of screenshots. If you just type Minecraft shader screenshots, you can find all kinds of cool screenshots like this that you can use for your background. Just look and see which screenshot fits best for your thing. So let me go back to Photoshop. So I already have one picked that I have, so I'm gonna just drag that in here. I've already have one picked, so I don't have to go through that. But I have this like moon kind of thing, and so what you do, you kind of resize the avatar, the Minecraft avatar. But I think that looks a bit good. I think that looks pretty good. I like that, yeah. And then you can resize the background. Then what I usually do is I select the background. I use this tool, which it moves the background, and you can move it around. It's really handy. I use this a lot. I just do that so it gives us kind of like warping kind of effect. I think it's called the warp tool, yeah. So it's like it warps it kind of like this, like semicircled or whatever you call it. And then gonna move this around, place it like the way I want it. I think this actually, I need to move this thing a bit up. There we go. No, down. Then let's go in here and like this. I'm actually gonna try going faster than I usually do, because actually I usually put more time and do more stuff, but this is just gonna be a quick thing so I can show you guys like the basics of what I do, and then you can like so you guys know how I do this. So that seems pretty good. I usually do this in the start, but sometimes I forget and I don't. So what I do is I select this box, and what this will do is it will give us a vignette. So you can go to fill, gradient, and then you go to linear, vertical, change this to 0, and okay. So then you have to switch these around like that, and then you should have a pretty nice gradient, so it's like a vignette. It looks. You can always zoom in and make it look better, or something. If it doesn't fit, you can always do that. Then so yeah, so this is what it looks without it. So you just it draws your eye around the character better. It's always a nice thing to add if you're starting out and stuff. It's always good to add that. Then I usually will just warp, so I have keep it neat. So then I just reshape this, make sure everything is perfect, so that you can move to the next step. So the next step is you find packs. You can either make your own, which I do sometimes, but it just takes a long time to do that. So most of the time I just go for use other people's packs. Like Oblivion pack is really good. Then there's a Fractal pack, and then there's also Iniva, Iniva pack. Those are really good packs. Those are my 3 main packs I use a lot. And so I usually start with this Fractal pack, and I go to particles. And I just find a particle that would be for example, for this one, it's a green thing. All right, so it's kind of mainly green, green and green black. So I'm just gonna look for a thing. If it's I can use blue if I wanted to. I could just use blue. It would be if you can find the right color, that's better. But if you can't, then you can just do this. I usually like having these things. I don't know. It looks really nice. I personally think I just like adding that, all these little particles in the background. So I'm actually gonna move this out. Then you can go to this, and that can actually change the main color of it. So like it will change this part, but this will just, I'm just looking for this part. So yeah, I want that color. I'm just looking, yeah, I want that around that color. Select, and then it will turn that black. It will turn this whole thing black. But so then what you do is you turn this normal to lighten. That should fix it, as it did, and you have a colored version. So that's a cool tip for you guys. You can just place it. Make sure you don't really want particles around the back of his head, because that's kind of distracting, and not too many particles. So like you can make it like this. I think that looks nice. Yeah, that looks cool. So then also I was gonna say this. So you can take the background and you can actually change it to make it like colored. I always like doing that. That's always like a really fun thing I like doing. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That can change like the brightness and stuff. This can change the saturation too. Yeah, I'm gonna actually tint it a bit like greenish, because since it's like green, like you can choose to do that or not, because it's by preference. If you think it looks better with the green, like a green tint, then you can go for it. I mean, nobody's gonna stop you. So right now it looks pretty cool. It looks like pretty cool, and so I showed you like the basics. So I'm just gonna move on to text. I usually put way more effects, try to like add like flares and stuff. So what I'm actually just gonna add a quick flare, quick flare that'll look pretty cool. And let's do this. So I don't think this will work. It might not work because since it is nighttime. I don't know if this would work, but you can always try. So like that, or it looks pretty cool. See, it gives it a glow, like I like that. It looks like you can make your own custom sun. Another thing you have to always do is you have to remember that you have to always edit it, because see, there's these lines, so you have to turn down the opacity and turn it up a bit first. So there we go. That looks cool. So you just slowly take this away, then turn the opacity more, then just go closer in. So it just slowly blends. Yeah, you have to work with this. I'm trying to go fast because so see how it makes that glow. Let's fix this over here. Yeah, so there it has like that glow. I could also turn down the glow if I wanted. So you could change the opacity. Turn the opacity down on this, so it's like not glowing as much, like so much, so it looks like a moon. Yeah, so that looks pretty cool. Oh, my computer lags for a second there. Yeah, so you can do that. Now we have pretty much the basics. I always have this line thing, because I can know where's the center, where the profile picture will be, which is right here, and where stuff will be. Right, then you can take that away always. And so I'm just gonna go quickly, just try to finish this as quickly as possible. So now I'm gonna show you on to like font and text and stuff like that. Okay guys, so now we're gonna do some fonts. So what you do is you can go to defont.com. You can get a lot of cool fonts there. Yeah, like a lot of cool fonts there. A lot of them are free. Some of them you can use for personal use. Like all the fonts I have are from there, other than the ones that are pre-downloaded. So what you can do is there's tons of fonts here that Photoshop gives you for free, and then you can go on to font.com. You can install some new ones. So I have tons of fonts here, and so there's this one font. This is for me. This is a banner for me. So I'm not gonna use it for me too. It's just an example. But I'm gonna use a font called Dragon Force. Really cool font. I really like this font a lot, and you can also change the size. You can make it more than 75. So like that looks cool. Yeah, that looks sick. I think I might put that behind there. And let me just change the main color of it so you can. So I'm just editing the text. So let me just make it so white so you guys can see that. See, so that's what the text looks like. Really cool text. Might make a new banner and use this text. So I really like this text. So I'm gonna make it so tactical. So what you do, you're gonna go layer, layer style, maybe, and then you can go to gradient overlay. That's always a good thing to start off with, because it gives this gradient, really nice gradient. I love it. Yeah, so that, and then color overlay. I'm gonna go like this, maybe make it green, get like a dark green, like almost black. Maybe a bit like, maybe a bit lighter green, like a green that's like a gray kind almost. Yeah, like that. That looks cool. Gradient overlay. Okay, okay, I need to go here. Copy this, okay. Untake that, okay. Now I'm gonna change this color, main color to that, okay. Now I get this, oh. Okay, this is, let me just fix this. Okay, now you can go to fonts, gradient overlay, and I think, okay, yeah, I know why. So I'm gonna do overlay, so just on top of it. I was confused for a second. Okay, there we go. So like you can set the scale, stuff, right? I'm gonna turn down the opacity. Oh, let me just turn this up a bit. Put this more middle. Kind of like that. Turn down the opacity a bit. Then inner glow. I always like using inner glow. Change that to white. Softer priest. And then it gives this really cool. Okay. So it gives this cool like outline. I'm actually gonna change that. I'm gonna make it more darker. You always use a light color though, because light color is gonna show. So I'm gonna make it like that. Turn on the opacity. Okay, that looks pretty cool. Make the outer glow. I'm gonna actually select that. Make that. That's gonna be maybe make it darker. And so it gives a cool glow. Actually, I'm gonna make it more like the black, yeah. No, not black. I'm actually gonna make it white, and then I can turn down the opacity. Or you can just not do it at all. Sometimes I just don't. It doesn't work sometimes. Then I always use a drop shadow. Drop shadows are really cool, and I'm actually can change. Let me just change the angle of this real quick. So you look over here at the preview to like see where you want the drop shadow to be from. So I'm just gonna put like that. Turn the opacity a bit, and it looks pretty cool. I mean, personally, I think it looks really cool. So I'm actually gonna add that on top of it. Never mind. So you can add that on top of the skin, or you can add it on the bottom of the avatar. Doesn't really matter. And so you got pretty much the thing. So sometimes I would edit the text, make it more custom, my own. Maybe add like a line under it, or like cut up the text. I'm actually gonna do that. I'm gonna just try cutting up the text. So I need to razorize this. Razorize type. There, it's razorized. So then I can select this. Command T, and then just like I can zoom and then zoom in. Just make it slowly moved. That looks cool. And maybe I'll do that with the T. Bottom of the T. That'll be cool. You just have to be like, just try stuff. If it doesn't work, you can always go back. It's not gonna hurt you to try. You can always try again. Just try new things out, and that's gonna. Okay, there we go. So there's like that's a banner. So that's pretty much a basic way of how I make my banners. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, share this with your friends so they can know how to make this stuff. Let's have everybody leave a like, and hope you guys enjoyed how to make a Minecraft banner, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.